Hi everyone. So today I want to talk to you about this. This is the new MJT queen rearing system from Thorne's. They've asked me to do a review and to demonstrate how to use it. I've had it for about 3 weeks so that I could give it a run through. And today we're going to talk about why this system is so easy, why it's better for the bees, and actually it's better for the environment as well. So if I was traditionally queen rearing, normally I would have to use a queen rearing system. So for me, that would have been the Nyko system. And when you're using the Nyko system, you're going to need a number of bits. So you're going to need cell holders to clip it onto the frame. Then you're going to need a plastic cup holder, which fits onto the cell holder. And then you're going to need one of these little plastic cell cups here. The thing about this new system is we don't need any of this. There's no plastic involved. So what we're going to do is we're going to use beeswax, and that is much more natural for our colonies. Also, if you was using a normal queen rearing system, you would need a starter colony and a finisher colony. In this, we only need a finisher colony. So let's have a look at what we've got. The system consists of the punch. So this is the MJT punch, which you take the cells out for your queen. It's a hollow stainless steel tube, just with a little cap on the top. You can see it's open on one side, and that is so that when we place the punch over our comb, I can see that the larvae I want is right in the centre of the cell that I'm going to cut. So then we're going to place this on our comb. I'm not going to do it on my finger because it's a bit sharp, but I'm going to just twist that on the comb like that to create the circular shape, and then I'm just going to punch straight down, and that cell will stay in the end of the comb, in the end of the punch, sorry, and then you can just pull out the cell. You're going to close the end of the cell that you've pulled out, and then you're just going to put it into one of your cell cups as here. When you want to clean this, then you're going to clean this the same way you clean your hive tools. I found the best thing for cleaning this is soda crystals and bleach in your hive tool bucket, and it works wonderful. It will come out nice and clean for the next time you want to use it. And this is the MJT mold, and this we use beeswax to make these lovely little beeswax cell cups. So can you see that? And here's some I did earlier. So that's what it looks like when you've just poured a little bit of wax in there, and they all pop out, and we have our actual cell cups here made of beeswax. This is a queen rearing frame. So normally we would clip the plastic pieces on here for our cell cups. With this system, we don't need to do any of that. I have prepared this bar. What we need with this system is we need a little bit of molten beeswax. So I've got my bain marie here, and I've got some molten beeswax, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread a little bit on my bar on one side, which is the side where my cell cups are going to go. And then I'm going to take my cell cups that I've taken out my mold. I'm going to fit my beeswax cell cups straight onto the frame using the molten wax that I've just put on there. So as you can see, that's really easy. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 on there straight away, and those are now beeswax, natural beeswax cell cups instead of those little brown plastic ones. So I'm just going to do the other, cell bar here. So again, I'm just going to give that a quick coat of molten beeswax. It will dry it really fast. So I've selected a larvae. I'm looking for a larvae that's 3 to 4 days old, and I'm going to get my punch and I'm going to place it so the larvae is right in the center, and I can see through the side to make sure that that's happened. And then I'm just going to give a quick turn to start the punch, and then I'm just going to punch straight through like that. And then I'm going to take the cell out the punch, and I have it in my hand. So let's look at the cell. You can see here the cell is open and got a larvae in it. Can you see that? Yeah. So, and that's the side we want. Anything else on the back here is the dead side of the cell. So that's the other side of the comb, and we don't want that bit. So you'll see I've just squished the back side into a kind of a point there. And that's because I want to fit it into one of my cell cups. So I've just got my brush here with a little bit of wax, just to help it stay. I'm just going to put a little bit of wax in the cell cup there so that this will fit. And then I'm going to fit my larvae with the open side cell up into my cell cup there. And these are ready to go into my hive, my hopelessly queenless colony, to be drawn out. So the bees will draw these out over the next 8 or 9 days. And when they're capped, I'm going to come back and I'm going to put some protective cages over each of the cells so that when the queens hatch, they can't get out into the colony. But this is it, guys. This is really easy, really effective, much better for the bees because it's all natural, and much better for the environment because there's no plastic involved. It really is that easy. So, you know, I recommend that you give this a try. It's brilliant whether you want to do a few queens at home as a hobbyist, but actually it's really good for somebody like me who needs to do a few more. It's just as effective, and it really does save a lot of time on grafting. So I highly recommend it. The only con I can see to it myself is that when you're working outside like now in the heat, it's quite a warm day today, it's up in the 20 degrees, then the cell cups and the wax can come a bit soft and difficult to maneuver. So if you can, when you're making your cell cups and preparing your bars, I would do that indoors out of the sun. So effectively, one thing we're doing with this system is we're already giving them a start to the queen cell. So they haven't got to develop it themselves. We've already partly made it for them. So it gives them a head start on it. And that's why this system's so useful and so successful, is because we're using beeswax cell cups. We're not grafting. We're using the actual cells from the combs that the bees have built themselves. So everything is far more natural for the bees, and it has a really high success rate. So my success rate out of 12 queens was 10. I think that's a pretty good success rate. I had 2 cells that didn't take. I'm going to do 12 on here again, and then once they're ready for hatching and capped, I'm going to come back and do another bit of video for you. I've had a couple of people asking me, how do you fit the cage protectors to the frame? And obviously I didn't think of that in the video, so I'm just going to show you here, because there's 3 that are fitted, and you can see there, and actually they just push on over the wax cell. You'd actually need anything on them so that the wax holds them in place, which is really useful. So there you go, guys, that's the answer to that.